What up, man? It's your big brother K-Rino. Let me tell y'all, all of y'all so-called friends, all of y'all people who claim that y'all are so-called friends, y'all need to stop telling your friends what they need to do. It's always somebody who's on the outside looking in telling other people, friends, family, whatever, people that are close to them, what they need to do, and they do it in a definitive style. Example, if there's somebody that's involved in a marriage or a relationship and, girl, you need to, da 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 da, don't let him da 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 da. You need to cut her loose. You need to da 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 da. And they be definitive about it in your relationship. That's very dangerous, man, because you're trying to impose your wishes for somebody else's relationship. You're trying to impose that on them. And the crazy part about it is a lot of things that you are telling somebody that they need to do. If you was in the situation, you probably wouldn't even do it. You wouldn't take that advice yourself. You're trying to get your friend back all to yourself in some cases. Not all the time. And sometimes you're actually trying to sabotage your friend. That's sometimes the case too. Now, another example is when people would tell you what you need to go do to somebody. And if there's a disagreement or argument, just somebody may have escalated and got out of hand verbally, then you come back and you tell your people about it. And there's always somebody that's going to say, well, man, you need to go over there and handle that. You need to go over there and do what you do. If that was me, I would have, whatever. And maybe they would have. I don't know your friends. I don't know your people. Everybody got that crazy homeboy. Everybody got that crazy family member, crazy homegirl that will actually get down and do what she's telling you to do or he's telling you to do. But a lot of times, that's an exception and not the rule. Most people are not going to get down like that because, most grown people, they have things to lose. They have things that are worth thinking about before they just jump the gun like that. And you do as well. So that's why when somebody is trying to amp you up to go do something to somebody physically, when it's not that serious, when the situation doesn't require that, then you're making a mistake. You're making a big mistake if you are silly enough and gullible enough to let somebody gas you up like that. So when all these things come around, you got to really take a long look at your so-called friend, because me as a friend, I'm gonna give you advice. I'm gonna try to give you good advice, but what I'm not gonna ever do is try to tell you to go crash out. You know, and keep in mind, I'm speaking about general situations. I don't know what to tell you if you come to me and tell me that somebody violated your child or something like that, because my mind would be to tell you, okay, well, yeah, now all bets are off. In some cases I wouldn't even have to tell people that. I'm talking about regular general situations where it's like, you in a club or in an event, and somebody mushes by and in a way that's kind of like, oh, and they don't say excuse me or something like that. I'm not gonna tell you, to go knock the dude out or go swing on the dude or go push him from behind. I'm not gonna tell you to do something that's gonna lead to something that's way more extreme. But everybody views those things a little bit differently. And if it was me, then I have to regulate my reaction as well. Because again, a lot of the advice that some people will give others are things that they wouldn't even do themselves. Advice that they wouldn't even take themselves, or advice that they're not even brave enough to do. And it's not always physical. If somebody's telling you you need to leave your spouse because of how he or she may think or something they may have said, not nothing physical, then you going too far when you go into that mode where you feel like you got the authority to tell somebody to make that kind of decision. And then if they follow you or listen to you, then and it turns out to be the wrong decision, you're not gonna come along and take up the slack. Oh man, I hate that happen, man. Where you gonna live, man? But I thought I could stay here for a while. Oh, no, man. Well, I'm married, man. I can't meet my wife. Yeah, but you the one that told me. I feel like I saw that on a TV show. But it's real life. It's real life. So we have to be the ones who kind of monitor our own thought processes and our decision making. When there's nothing wrong with asking for advice, but make sure that when you ask for advice, you go to your wise circle of people, of friends and family. Don't go to the fools. Don't go to the fool circle. We all have the different categories. There's certain things that you gotta ask certain people about, and there's certain things that you don't tell other people. You don't even mention to certain folks and people know that. You got people that's like, nah, do Charles know? Nah, I ain't told Charles. Cause if I tell Charles gonna, okay, yeah, cool. Don't let certain things, we don't let Charles know. But you got to know who to talk to in those situations, and regardless of the situation, you have to be able to monitor and determine the scales and the levels of importance of things, and we react to those things based on those levels of importance, because we got stuff to do moving forward. All right, man, it's your big brother K-Rino. I'll catch y'all with another one. Peace.